instead of doing all the cooking. And that cuts down on your time of potentially exposing it to the carcinogens. So those are great tips for making sure you avoid the char and getting your foods cooked the right way. And then refer back to those tools, because the tools will also help to make sure that you get the techniques down right. Now, let's move on. We've talked about tools. We've talked about techniques. Now let's talk about flavors. Grilling doesn't really have to ever mean traditional, whatever that means. You know, it doesn't have to be about that Southern barbecue that we've all become so familiar with. You can really take a culinary adventure with your barbecue. And I like to take tastes from around the world. So, for example, if you decide you want to do an Indian infused dish, you can try a tandoori style marinade and maybe combine non-fat Greek yogurt, some pureed onion, crushed garlic, curry powder, black pepper, and mix that all together and marinate the meat of your choice. The great thing is that yogurt also helps the meats cook faster. So the enzymes help to get through to the protein of your meat and break it down. So that's a great little tip too. If you like Korean barbecue, you can combine flavors like low sodium soy sauce or tamari, white vinegar, sesame oil, fresh garlic, and ginger. So those are yummy flavors too. Maybe add a little bit of chili oil to that too if you like the heat. I personally grew up with Middle Eastern infused flavors. So we would combine citrus with smoky herbs like cumin and coriander, a little heat to kick it up a notch. You can use a prepared harissa blend even. That's becoming popular. I just saw one in my Trader Joe's the other day. And maybe even add just a little bit of coconut milk. I know that's not Middle Eastern, but the coconut milk does help to break down the proteins. And maybe you go Thai with that. So there's just endless different varieties and ways that you can marinate your foods. And grab that marinating tray so that you don't cross-contaminate. Super, super important. Now, you can also go dry with your spices. And I personally like to keep a variety of spice rub blends handy. That way you don't have to figure out what to do every single time. And I have 4 or 5 that I really rely on all the time. And they're in a little shaker container. And I just have them stockpiled. And then you can use them to grill and to season your foods even inside the kitchen. And when all else fails, you guys, the easiest thing to do is a little bit of lemon juice, some olive oil, and if you've got some fresh herbs, great. And if you don't, grab some dill, grab some oregano, maybe a little bit of smoked paprika, and you've got a recipe for great flavor. It really doesn't have to be complicated. So that's where the flavor comes in. When it comes to actually choosing proteins, it's super important that you pick out the ingredients that are raised without chemicals, added antibiotics, or hormones. And I like to keep the meats nitrate and nitrite free. Those are 2 different additives, but it's important to keep them free of both. So even though it might cost a little bit more, try and opt for grass-fed or free-range beef, organic chicken, and definitely wild-caught seafood. Because when was the last time you saw a shrimp on a farm? I know, but so much of our seafood is coming farm-raised now, and it's introducing all kinds of antibiotics and chemicals to your food. That is no bueno. Now, ladies, when was the last time you saw a vegetable on a guy's grill? Well, maybe like grilled onions is about what I'm thinking. But I say go crazy with the veggies. I just went to a party where the tastiest foods that they were offering were the grilled mushrooms and the eggplant and the zucchini and the tomatoes. And yeah, the onions too. But you can have a lot of fun even if you are not a meat eater with veggie forward. And I've even put tempeh on the grill. Let me tell you something. It's pretty darn good. You could do a tempeh burger and pile it up with all those veggies and a great harissa sauce, and you are set, girlfriend. It is really, really tasty. So have fun with all the flavor on your grill. And then the last piece is to have fun. This is where, girlfriends, you can put your stamp on it. Put your name on it. Make it your own. I could just imagine you going around the country and finding the sisters doing it their way. You know what I'm saying? Like the fashionistas in New York City and their Manolos. Why not, you know? Or the Southern gals in Tennessee boot scooting, maybe doing their own thing. Maybe it's not their grandma's barbecue sauce. Maybe it's something, or their grandpa's. It's something else that they put their name on. Or my girls in Colorado, where I went to college and I learned how to grill, you know, maybe they've got some Mile High love going on. And in Southern Cali, it is all about the beach. So all I'm saying is, wherever you're from, I know you've got some flavor influence. I know you've got some style influence, and you've got some fun influence there. So make it your own. And hey, I'm not about wearing an apron when I'm in the kitchen usually, but I feel like an apron for the grill makes so much practical sense because you need a place for your tools. You know, like the tool time girl, she had her tool belt. You get to have your tools in your apron. So grab a cute apron. And if you're hosting your girlfriends, it's a great strategy to make things either bite-sized or put them on a stick, because you got to have one hand to hold your drink and the other one to hold your food, right? Now you're thinking like a girl grill boss when you're doing that. So I like to do mini sliders, or I'll put satay chicken on a skewer, or we'll do a variety of different veggies on a skewer. You know, it just makes it easy to handle. And then you don't have food falling all over your cute outfit. I mean, no girl wants to look like a slob when she's looking cute. You know what I'm saying? And that way you can try a lot of different things, and you don't have to have the plate and the drink. You got to have one hand free, girl. Another thing that is definitely important is what you're putting in your glass. And you can make it cute and pretty by filling your ice cube trays with a little splash of citrus. You can have a little bit of grated zest, maybe some fresh mint or basil, a little lime. You know what I'm saying? That combination. Maybe even go spicy with some little chili peppers, and put it in your old school ice cube tray. And you can borrow maybe your boyfriend's or your man's ice cube tray, the big ones, the ones that they put in their bourbon. You know what I'm talking about? Those big honkin' ice cube trays. And grab one of those and make a really fun looking centerpiece for your glass. Because when you add things to it, it just makes the glass look super cute. So that is an idea. And then when you set up your table, maybe you're having some friends over where you've got everything arranged, you know, add some cute platters, add some little lights, maybe those cheesy little, you know, paper umbrellas, but they look cute on a table like that. And I've hosted parties where I'll do, you know, make your own grilled pizza, and everybody gets their own little mini crust. And you can do a lot of different ingredients, and then everybody gets to assemble their own, just like you would bake the pizza, but you do it outside. Or you can even do s'mores. I mean, it's the 90-10 rule. Have your healthy pizza, and then you'll have your 10% decadent s'mores. I think that is a perfect combination. And nobody likes to do the dishes, so grab yourself some heavy-duty disposable plates, right? You don't want to ruin your night with a bunch of cleanup. And they say that with the recycled plates that are out there, you can do bamboo, something sustainable, even banana leaves, that you're using less energy to use those than you would to even run your dishwasher. So that is just a little hint of how a girl on grill kind of event works. You can put your own stamp on it, and this little Smokin Hot guide will get you started. But there's a lot more on my website at eatcleaner.com, like my corn on the cob gone wild. Yeah, I've got like 5 different recipes for corn on the cob and so many other things. So make sure you check it out. I've even got a grill and chill menu guide that you can download. And that's got all kinds of recipes in there and fun drink ideas, popsicles, salads, you name it. So make sure you grab that at eatcleaner.com, and you can find the link in the show notes here, the Grill and Chill menu. I hope that was helpful. Girl on Grill, tell me what you think. Tell me what you made. And ladies, it's time to take it back. You can do this. You can do this. Hey, thank you so much for listening to this week's episode. I know you have a lot of choices out there of what to listen to, what to watch, so it means a lot to me that you're here with me. And hey, if you love this content, would you hit the subscribe button? I want you around. I don't want you to just show up for one episode and leave. I want you here, part of the conversation, a seat at this table. And while you're at it, would you share this with your friends and family? And if you take a screenshot and share it on your social media with a hashtag RFYBL for Recipes for Your Best Life, I'll make sure to personally give you a shout out, and you may just be featured right here on the show. So until next time, here's to living deliciously and being the chef of your best life.